Oasis Audio presents The Virtual Vandal by Victor Appleton. Read for you by Timothy Pabon. 1. The Simulation Demonstration. The three of us slowly made our way up the dark steps. I led the way, followed by my friends Amy Shue and Samantha Watson. As we stepped out onto the third floor, I aimed my flashlight into the empty corridor. I could feel my heart beating faster with anticipation. "This is really creepy," Amy whispered. "Cool, but creepy." "Why are you whispering?" Sam asked. "We're the only ones here." "Because we're creeping around the school at night," Amy replied. "Even if it's not really—" She trailed off as she whipped her flashlight back down the stairs. Sam and I froze, listening. Then Amy relaxed, and we continued down the hall. "Besides," she went back to a whisper, "Noah might be spying on us." "Of course he's spying on us," I said with a chuckle. "He worked too hard on this not to spy on us." I glanced around. "Isn't that right, dude?" There was no reply. "That would have been too easy, Swift," Sam said as she led the way down the dark corridor. Noah Newton, my best friend, had created a special scavenger hunt for us. And the setting for this hunt? Our school, the Swift Academy of Science and Technology. At night, of course. If the name of our school sounds familiar, it's because it was named after my father, Tom Swift Sr. He founded the academy with profits from his company, Swift Enterprises. If you think it would be cool to have all these places with your last name on them, you'd be wrong. Honestly, it just means I have to work harder to be a regular student like everyone else. A flash of light burst through a nearby window. Soon after, the wall seemed to rattle with the deep boom of thunder. "The thunderstorm is a nice touch," I said to Noah, wherever he was. He still didn't reply. Sam stopped moving forward. "What was the clue again?" Amy responded automatically. Having a photographic memory, she had already memorized it when she had first read it. "Once on the third floor, don't be afraid of the dark," she replied. "Find not the king of the jungle, but the king of the park." "Who's the king of the park?" I asked. "A lion is supposed to be the king of the jungle," Sam replied, "even though they technically don't live in jungles." "What about in Mrs. Livingston's classroom?" asked Amy. "She has a lion poster in there." "It's worth a shot," I said. We glided down the hallway toward our biology classroom. I swung open the door and reached for the light switch. I heard the switch click, but the overhead lights didn't come on. The only light came through the windows and barely illuminated the room. The three of us poured in and made our way to the wall behind Mrs. Livingston's desk. Hung there was a motivational poster about courage, sporting a large lion with a thick, shaggy mane. I'm not sure if Mrs. Livingston had it up there to remind us to be courageous and ask questions, or because of her notoriously difficult exams. "Wait a minute," said Sam. She stopped moving. "The clue said not the king of the jungle." "That's right," I agreed, glancing around. "But who would be king of the park?" Amy pointed to a poster on the other side of the classroom. "What about that one?" I turned and squinted across the room. I had completely forgotten that Mrs. Livingston also had a Tyrannosaurus Rex poster at the back of the classroom. It wasn't a motivational poster or anything. It was just part of a cool dinosaur display she had created. The exhibition also included a fossilized megalodon tooth, the fossilized femur of an Edmontosaurus, and a cast Mrs. Livingston made of a real dinosaur footprint, a small theropod of some kind. "King of the park," Sam said, excitement rising in her voice. "Like Jurassic Park." "Even though the T-Rex really lived during the Cretaceous period," Amy added. "Yeah, but Cretaceous Park doesn't have the same ring to it," I said, as I made my way toward the poster. We all gathered around it. On it, a huge T-Rex stood in the clearing of a prehistoric forest. It grinned at us, its mouth full of jagged teeth. "The poster is exactly the same," Amy observed. "Noah didn't add anything to it." "Maybe he hid something behind it," Sam suggested. She reached out and grabbed the bottom left corner of the poster. But
Sample complete. Ready to continue?